Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast platform Celeste Lifestyle Topics. Today's episode is one hell of a big one, and it's something that I think touches all of us, no matter how old you are or where you come from. We are going to dive deep into a topic that's been weighing on a lot of minds lately: how modern life is making us feel lost, overwhelmed, and disconnected. Why, in this age of social media, 24/7 news cycles, and instant everything, do we feel more isolated and unhappy than ever? So, I'm going to be asking these questions along the way, and hopefully, we'll find some kind of answer at the end of this podcast. Right, let's start with the basics. Overstimulation. We are bombarded by so much information all the time. Whether it's news, social media posts, or endless notifications, that it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Everyone's trying to keep up, from teenagers glued to their phones to older generations who feel like they are being left behind. We are all being pulled into this whirlwind of needing to be on all the time, to be liked, to feel relevant. And folks, let's face it, social media is probably the biggest culprit here. Instead of helping us connect, it's driving us further apart, making us question ourselves, compare ourselves, and feel like we are not enough. Let us just pause for 1 second here. I'm not condemning social media. I'm only trying to focus on how most of the people out there, including myself, feel at this moment in time. We all belong to globalization, and we all have, most of us, mobile phones, and we all feel we need to be connected. Otherwise, we do feel left out. So the question is, why is everyone so unhappy? Think about it. Even though we have all this connection, people are lonelier than ever. Yes, they're feeling this disconnection actually. Instead of living for real life relationships, many of us are living for likes, comments, and the validation we get online. We are trapped in the cycle where we feel like we have to prove ourselves. Prove that our lives are exciting. Prove that we are happy. Prove that we are successful. But deep down, we know it's not real, and that's exhausting. Wherever you are very young, or middle-aged, or old, what I want to talk about today is the search for meaning, and why it feels like more and more people are going through this existential crisis right now. Let's take a look at the world. It's changing fast. We've got economic instability, political tension, climate change, wars. It's no wonder we're all feeling kind of lost out there. The world is uncertain, and when the ground beneath us feels shaky, we start asking, what's the point? What really matters? This is happening across all generations. Wherever you're a teenager struggling to find your identity, or a parent worried about your family's future, everyone's asking these deep questions. Let's talk further about the generational gap, because it's real, right? Older generations might not understand what it's like to be constantly connected, constantly pressured by social media. But at the same time, younger people might not appreciate the struggles that older folks went through. The problem is both sides are looking for happiness, but in very different ways. That's creating tension. Younger people might chase trends, likes, and followers, while older generations might look to traditional values for meaning. But at the end of the day, everyone's looking for the same thing, a sense of purpose and belonging. And that leads me to the bigger picture. What are we really chasing? Society has set up some pretty destructive patterns, and we are all caught up in them, from buying the latest gadgets to chasing career success. We are stuck in this loop of consumerism, always trying to keep up without really asking why. This is leading to so much burnout, stress, and unhappiness. And we've got to ask, what's the long-term impact here? If we keep living like this, what does the future hold? We also have to talk about those bad habits, because a lot of us, me included, fall into them. We crave acceptance, we want to feel part of the big picture. So we end up doing things that aren't good for us just to fit in. Wherever it's doom scrolling on social media, binge watching TV, overeating, or even drinking too much, we're trying to fill a void. Why? Because deep down, we all just want to be accepted. We want to be liked, but at what cost? Are we sacrificing our real selves just to be part of a crowd? Guys, there's another thing I've noticed is that people are searching for answers. Now, more than ever, wherever it's turning to self-help books, following gurus online, or even trying out meditation apps, everyone's looking for a way to find peace and purpose. But why? I think it's because we've lost trust in the traditional systems that used to give us a sense of stability, family, community, religion. Now people are turning to new forms of guidance, hoping to fix what feels broken down inside of us. And sometimes that search leads us in the wrong direction. It's easy to get pulled into quick fix solutions or promises that someone else will have all the answers for us. So what can we do about all this? Is there hope? I believe there is, but we've got to make some changes. We need to shift our mindsets, rethink what really matters, and start living with more intention. That means putting down the phone, looking up from the screen, and connecting with the people around us in real life. Ask yourself, when was the last time you picked up your phone? Pick it up and not sending, WhatsApp messages and God knows what, but picking up the real phone, feeling it in your hand, and calling those people you love for a nice chat or a real phone call, hearing their voices live. Let's rethink what really matters, yes, and start living with more intention. Again, I repeat, yes, put down the phone, look up from the screen, and connect with the people around us in real life. Physically, it means asking ourselves hard questions about what we value and why. It's not easy, but it's the only way we're going to break these destructive patterns and find real happiness. And here's one important thing. We're all in this together, parents, kids, older generations. No one has all the answers, but we can all learn from each other. The world might seem overwhelming, but I truly believe that if we start shifting our focus from what do I need to do to fit in to what do I need to do to feel fulfilled, we can create a better future for everyone. Guys, thanks for listening today, and I hope this episode gave you something to think about. And remember, no matter how crazy the world seems, you have the power to choose how you show up in it. Take care, and I'll see you next time. All the best. Your host, Celeste.